Just by changing a few small habits, older adults can sleep soundly through the night without waking up. Waking up in the middle of the night, tossing and turning until morning feeling dizzy and sluggish, then spending the whole next day exhausted, easily irritated, and unable to focus. Sadly, many people have accepted this as just part of getting older and resign themselves to living with it for the rest of their lives. But the truth is, this getting a full night of deep, uninterrupted sleep is not a luxury. You absolutely can reclaim it. Today's video is not just going to give you the usual tips and tricks. Instead, you will learn a simple science-backed process that has helped thousands of older adults improve their sleep in a lasting way. From understanding the real reasons why you wake up at night to choosing the right bedtime based on your internal clock, how to eat dinner, relax, create the ideal sleep environment, and even natural supplements that promote deeper rest. Everything will be clearly explained in a way that is easy to follow and apply. And most importantly, you will realize that you are not powerless against sleepless nights anymore. Before we begin, leave a comment below with a positive affirmation like, "I deserve to have a good night's sleep every night," or any personal wish of your own. And do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on more practical content that helps you enjoy a more peaceful and healthier life in your golden years. But in order to truly solve this problem at its root, we first need to understand, why do older adults tend to wake up more during the night than younger people? What is the real cause? As we grow older, sleep no longer feels as deep and peaceful as it did in our 20s. After decades of non-stop activity, the body becomes more sensitive. The nervous system starts reacting more intensely to even the tiniest signals. A small noise, a mild ache, or even a fleeting thought can be enough to wake you up. Many people do not realize that common age-related conditions like diabetes, arthritis, or acid reflux are actually the silent sleep disruptors at night. A sudden knee pain, a queasy feeling in your stomach, or a slightly elevated heart rate, all of these can interrupt your rest. But it is not just the body, the mind becomes more fragile too. Feelings of loneliness, missing your children or grandchildren, or worries you thought were long gone can suddenly show up at 2 or 3 in the morning, a time when emotional vulnerability is at its peak. The more you toss and turn, the harder it becomes to fall back asleep. And just like that, the night starts to feel endlessly long. On top of that, many medications used to treat chronic conditions can come with unwanted side effects, like sleep disturbances, increased heart rate, dry mouth, or needing to urinate during the night. All of these add up and trap older adults in a frustrating cycle. The more they try to sleep, the more awake they feel. But just knowing the causes is not enough. To truly sleep well, you need to understand when your body is naturally programmed to fall asleep and wake up. Everyone's biological clock is different, and this is one of the most overlooked factors when it comes to sleep. In science, we call this your chronotype, which basically means your individual sleep-wake pattern. Some people are born early birds. They fall asleep and wake up easily and feel most alert in the morning. Others are night owls. Their energy and focus only kick in at night, sometimes after 10 o'clock at night. Most older adults think they have insomnia or trouble sleeping, but in reality, it might just be that they are trying to go to bed at the wrong time for their own natural rhythm. Your nervous system and hormones follow a 24-hour biological cycle, known as the circadian rhythm. Your chronotype is how that rhythm shows up in your body. When you force yourself to sleep too early or too late for your own chronotype, your body fights back. You end up lying awake for hours or waking up in the middle of the night. On the other hand, when you sleep in alignment with your body's rhythm, your body naturally produces melatonin. Your core temperature drops at just the right time, and your brain gently eases into deeper, more restorative sleep with fewer interruptions. What is interesting is that your chronotype is not fixed forever, but it tends to shift with each life stage. Children are usually early birds. Teenagers often turn into night owls, and as we age, some people shift back to sleeping earlier, but not everyone does. That is why the key is not to go to bed at the same time as others, but to figure out the best sleep schedule for you personally. Once you have figured out the ideal bedtime, your sleep can still be disrupted if your daily habits are not aligned with it. That is why we need to start with the smallest adjustments. What follows is a step-by-step evening routine that can help you sleep better without needing to rely on medication. Number 1. 3 hours before bedtime. Roughly, 3 hours before you go to bed is one of the most important windows to start preparing your body for deep, uninterrupted sleep. This is the time when your body needs to start winding down and shifting into full rest mode. One of the first things to look at is your evening eating habits. Eating dinner too late or choosing foods that are hard to digest, such as fried dishes, red meat, or meals high in protein and fat, can force your stomach to keep working at a time when it should be slowing down. When your digestive system is still active, it becomes difficult for your body to fully relax. As a result, you may find it hard to fall asleep, or your sleep may be shallow and interrupted throughout the night. At the same time, consuming alcohol during this period only makes the problem worse. While alcohol might make you feel drowsy at first, it actually disrupts your deep sleep cycles, later on leaving you with fragmented rest and poor recovery. Alcohol also causes dehydration, affects the liver, and raises blood pressure issues that older adults are more vulnerable to. In addition, drinking too much water in the evening is one of the most common reasons older people wake up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. As we age, the urinary system becomes less efficient and the bladder is harder to control. That means even a small amount of fluid consumed at the wrong time can be enough to interrupt your sleep. The best solution is to have an early light dinner, ideally between 5:30 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. Meals should be moderate, easy to digest, not spicy, and low in oil or fat. Dishes like soup, thin porridge, or a salad with a small portion of protein such as steamed fish or boiled eggs are ideal choices. Avoid snacking after dinner and try to finish all eating and drinking at least 3 hours before lying down in bed. Number 2. 4 hours before bedtime. Roughly 4 hours before sleep is when your body naturally begins to slow its internal rhythms in preparation for rest. That is why it is important to avoid intense physical activity during this time. High-intensity workouts like running, heavy weightlifting, or fast-paced cardio can raise your body temperature, speed up your heart rate, and overstimulate the nervous system, making it harder to fall asleep. Your body actually needs to cool down slightly in order to enter deep sleep. When you exercise too close to bedtime, your core temperature rises and can take hours to return to normal. This sends mixed signals to your brain, making it think you are still in a state of alertness. As a result, even if you go to bed on time, you may find yourself tossing and turning or waking up suddenly in the middle of the night. The best approach is to completely avoid intense exercise during the 4 hours leading up to bedtime. If you are in the habit of working out, try shifting your exercise routine to the morning or early afternoon, when the body handles physical activity better without disrupting your evening wind down. For older adults, this is the perfect time frame to maintain physical health while still protecting nighttime sleep. If you would still like to move a bit in the evening to help your body relax, opt for gentle activities like slow walking, light stretching, calming yoga, or even simple deep breathing exercises. These kinds of movements help soothe the nervous system, relieve tension, and support your body in transitioning naturally into rest without the sudden rise in body temperature. Number 3. 8 hours before bedtime. 8 hours before bedtime may sound like a long time, but it is actually a crucial window that can significantly affect the quality of your sleep later that night. This is when you should start being mindful of what you put into your body, especially avoiding any drinks that contain caffeine, such as coffee, strong tea, or energy drinks. Caffeine is a powerful nervous system stimulant. Once it enters your body, it does more than just make you feel alert, it also blocks the brain's natural signals that tell you it is time to sleep. Older adults tend to be more sensitive to caffeine, so even a small amount can make it harder to fall asleep, stay asleep, or reach deep sleep. Many people think that avoiding coffee in the evening is enough, but in reality, caffeine can stay in your bloodstream for a long time, usually between 6 to 8 hours after consumption. This means that if you drink a cup of coffee at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, caffeine may still be active in your system by 10 or 11 o'clock at night. You might still fall asleep, but your sleep quality will be significantly reduced. You will have more trouble entering deep sleep, wake up more often, and feel tired and groggy in the morning. Strong tea, energy drinks, and even some soft drinks also contain caffeine, though many people do not realize it. That is why it is best to avoid all sources of caffeine for at least 8 hours before bedtime. If you are used to having coffee or tea in the afternoon, consider switching to non-caffeinated herbal teas like chamomile tea, ginger tea, or simply warm water. Additionally, some cold medicines, pain relievers, or dietary supplements may contain small amounts of caffeine as well. It is always a good idea to read the labels carefully or consult your doctor, especially if you are undergoing long-term treatment. Once your body has been properly prepared throughout the day, the final 60 minutes before bedtime is when you need to do the most important thing: guide your mind and body into a fully relaxed state. Number 1. The first 20 minutes. During the 60 minutes before bed, what many experts call the golden hour of sleep preparation, the first 20 minutes are especially crucial. This is the time to gently close out the day in a peaceful and intentional way. Many people rush straight to bed after dinner, after watching television, or when they are simply worn out from the day. But without a proper transition from daily activity to rest mode, sleep often comes slowly, lacks depth, or gets interrupted. That is why using the first 20 minutes to wrap up anything still lingering helps clear your mind and sends a clear signal to your body. Rest is coming soon. During this time, you can do light, non-stimulating tasks, like replying to unread messages, calling a loved one to say goodnight, jotting down tomorrow's to-do list, or tidying up small items in your bedroom. The goal is not to start something new, but to finish what is pending, so your brain does not continue thinking once you are in bed. It is especially important to avoid starting new activities that demand mental focus. Avoid watching the news, getting into debates, or consuming negative content at this time. These can all activate your brain's alert system and make it harder to wind down. You should also stay away from scrolling through social media or watching overly stimulating videos, as screen light and captivating content can make you more awake, not sleepier. Number 2. The next 20 minutes. Start by taking care of your personal hygiene in a calm and gentle way. Brush your teeth, wash your face with warm water, or take a quick warm shower if the weather allows. These small acts help calm the nervous system and signal to your body that it is bedtime. Warm water lowers your core temperature slightly after bathing, which helps your body transition more smoothly into deep sleep. Then change into sleepwear. Putting on clothes specifically meant for bedtime is not just about comfort or aesthetics. It is a biological cue to your brain that the day is done. Choose soft, breathable pajamas that are suitable for the weather and help maintain stable body temperature. If it is cold, consider wearing socks or a light scarf to keep your ankles and feet warm. These are areas that, when left exposed, can cause your body to feel cold or even startle you awake during the night. Here is one more step that is often overlooked. Go to the bathroom before getting into bed, even if you do not feel the urge yet. For older adults, the bladder tends to hold less liquid, but signals urgency sooner. If you skip this step, you may end up waking just an hour after lying down. And once you are awakened, it is much harder to fall back into deep sleep. Number 3. The final 20 minutes. In these last 20 minutes, you should choose any light activity that helps you feel relaxed and peaceful. Some people enjoy gentle meditation, simply sitting still, breathing slowly, and allowing the mind to settle down after a busy day. Others may feel a sense of peace through quiet prayer, closing their eyes and connecting with their spiritual beliefs. Regardless of your faith, this stillness has a powerful calming effect on the nervous system. If meditation or prayer is not part of your routine, you can simply play soft music, preferably instrumental, with a slow rhythm and low volume. You may also read a book, but be sure to choose something calm and gentle. This is not the time for suspense drama or news updates. It is the time to let your mind drift as if floating peacefully on quiet water. One very simple but highly effective method to fully relax is the 4 to 7 to 8 breathing technique. All you have to do is inhale for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7 seconds, and slowly exhale over 8 seconds. Repeat this process 3 to 5 times. You will feel your heart rate slow down, your brain become calm, and sleep will come naturally, without effort. What matters most in these final 20 minutes is not what you do, but what you avoid. Do not look at your phone, do not scroll online, and do not take in new information. Let your brain switch off naturally, without being pulled back into activity by blue light sudden sounds or emotional content. Along with mental relaxation practices like meditation, prayer, or reading, there are also a few gentle physical techniques you can try to help your body ease into deep and peaceful sleep. One method many people love is using a warm compress on the eyes. Just soak a small towel in warm water, wring it out, and place it gently over your closed eyes for a few minutes. This soothes the muscles around your eyes, relieves tension, and improves blood flow to the brain. This is especially helpful for older adults who often look at screens or experience dry eyes due to age. A warm eye compress not only lets your eyes rest, it also sends a calming message to your entire body. You can do this while listening to soft music or right before falling asleep. Just a few minutes each night can make a real difference. Another often overlooked factor that strongly impacts sleep is foot temperature. Cold feet, especially during the night or in colder seasons, trigger blood vessels to constrict, reduce circulation, and may cause stomach chills, shivering, or sudden wake-ups for no clear reason. So wearing thin, breathable socks to keep your feet warm is a very simple yet extremely effective tip. You do not need thick or fancy socks, just lightweight cotton ones to keep your feet comfortably warm. Finally, consider using natural essential oils, especially lavender. Lavender oil has been scientifically proven to calm the nervous system, ease anxiety, and support sleep. You can add a few drops to a diffuser or place a drop or two on a tissue near your pillow. The gentle scent helps your body relax, slows your heartbeat, and helps you enter deep sleep more easily. These little tips may seem simple, but when done regularly every night, they help create the perfect sleep environment, one where both your body and mind can fully unwind. And when sleep is treated with such care and intention, you will start to notice dramatic improvements. In a short time, falling asleep becomes easier, sleep becomes deeper, and most importantly, you stop waking up in the middle of the night. As you can see, sleeping deeply is not a matter of luck, nor is it some distant goal you can never reach. It is the result of consistent preparation, patience, and truly understanding how your body works. From identifying your natural sleep rhythm, adjusting your diet, avoiding caffeine, limiting intense exercise near bedtime, to building a proper relaxation routine, each of these small steps is powerful and meaningful. If you are currently struggling with poor sleep, waking up in the middle of the night, or feeling tired every morning, do not get discouraged. Review the steps shared in this video, begin making small changes, and stick with them for at least 2 to 3 weeks. Your body has its own memory. Once it adjusts to a new rhythm, you will be amazed to find that what once seemed impossible becomes completely achievable: a full, deep, peaceful night's sleep. Before we finish, leave a positive affirmation for yourself in the comments section below, something like, "I am building a healthy and joyful sleep routine one step at a time," or anything else you wish to grow from this day forward. And remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss other useful tips for maintaining wellness in your golden years. Let us build a peaceful community together where every night is full of restful sleep and every morning begins with fresh energy and a joyful heart.